Hi there, Snake Safari fans. And what we're doing today is demonstrating a worst case scenario. You're out stranded in the woods with only a tiny bit of wreckage from a plane, from maybe a plane or a boat that you might have been in when you crashed, or you're just out in the woods hiking and you get lost. There's nothing but your wits against the great unknown. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to survive, or at least get food. This is a really good example of something that can help you survive. It's clean, cold, and the only problem that I can think of with this water is that it might have bacteria in it. And you can just boil it over a fire and that should kill any bacteria. This is a really good example of a clean stream. So, see if we can find some more stuff. An option for food could be hunting for food. So like a deer or a rabbit. Let's see. There are several ways to get food. You could fish. So you'd need a stick, some sort of fabric or string that you could tie on the end, and something sharp that you could tie on the end of the string for a hook. And then you could just find some bugs, spear those on the end, throw the line in the water. Or if you don't have string or something, you could take a stick and make a spear and go spear fishing. If you have a knife. All right. Over here is something that you should see. Give me a second, I should wash my mouth off. It's this. We're going to demonstrate an even worse case scenario. You're crashed, you're stranded, you're hungry. I scraped my ankle! I'm dying! Or something like that. If it's a cut, if you have any gauze pads, hold those over the injury until it stops bleeding. But if you don't have any gauze pads, some moss will do. You could just hold that against your wound, and then and as soon as it stops bleeding, use a wet piece of cloth or paper towel or toilet paper, get it wet, and clean any dirt and debris off. And if you have plaster bandages, use those to just wrap the wound up. You could probably use like a piece of cloth torn from a shirt or something like that. Maybe even like a banana leaf, something like that. So yeah, that's some medical care. In addition to being good bait for fishing, creepy crawly bugs are also very nutritious. If you're squeamish about it, I would not want to eat a bug. But if it's between dying and eating a slimy worm, I'd probably take the slimy worm as soon as it's not slimy. So wash it off. You could boil them, maybe. Beetle soup or something like that. But don't go eating like brightly colored insects, because those could be poisonous. And don't go eating things like tarantulas. And if you eat like a grasshopper, remove spines, legs, anything that could give you indigestion. See you next time on Snake Safari.